Hi, everyone, and welcome to our session on professional accounting with ACCA. I'm Imogen from the Future Students Inquiries team, and for this session, I'm pleased to welcome Professor Rahat Munir, Morris Chong, and Samantha Traore to our annual gathering. Professor Rahat Munir is the head of the Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance at the Macquarie Business School. Morris Chong is head of ACCA Australia and New Zealand, and Samantha Traore is the Education Engagement Manager, ACCA. Today, we're excited to have them here to share some useful insights for our prospective students who are interested in master's studies in professional accounting. Okay, let's start with the questions we get asked the most often. Professor Munir, can you provide us with an overview of our professional accounting program, the connection between Macquarie University and ACCA, and our industry partnerships in general?
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. Master of Professional Accounting is one of the core and flagship course of Macquarie Universities and Macquarie Business School. And this is one of the largest program in Australia and New Zealand as well in terms of number of students. We have especially from international market as well as from the domestic market. The course is for 2 years, but can be completed in 1.5 years if a students have accounting background with experience of running a company or working for a company as a managers, or someone who has undertaken undergrad course in accounting elsewhere can have 4 units RPL in this course, and that course becomes 1.5 year course. So in all 16 units in a 2 years course. In 16 units, all 5 units are embedded in the Master of Professional Accounting in second year and of this course. So the way it works is students will join us with starting with the foundation units if they are not RPL or credited. If they are, they undertake those and then start taking prerequisite courses for ACCA, 5 courses. So in Macquarie, we teach 6 units rather than 5 units because 1 unit is on strategic business leader. We are split into 2 units. So it means there are 60 credit points which studies students undertake in this course. Now, the prerequisite courses are designed to help students to complete ACCA qualifications. And within the ACCA qualification, we work very closely with ACCA Australia and New Zealand office. And we try to teach whatever is expected. In fact, we teach whatever is expected from us by ACCA in terms of contents, in terms of assessments, and in terms of delivery also. And we try to meet all the expectations and requirements so that students are successful in ACCA exams. ACCA exams are comprehensive exams. Often I say they are difficult exams also, but the results which we have shown in our ACCA's studies are far better than many other universities who offer ACCAs there, or students who generally sit in ACCA exams. Often our students are number 1 in Australia or ranked in top 10s or top 15s globally also, which shows that how keen we are to improve quality of education, quality of studies, especially with when we talk about connection with ACCA. Now, why ACCA? ACCA is one of the largest global accounting body, and we as a Department of Accounting and Corporate Governance would like to collaborate with all those top quality accounting bodies and design courses which meet expectations of the profession, right? Now, in this course of 2 years course, students at the end, they complete their capstone unit, which is called as capstone experience. In that capstone experience, students would either be doing internships or some simulations of case studies, or sometimes they work on different projects so that there's some work integration into the course. We also help students to take internships, and these internships would be with different accounting firms. While this is not a requirement of the course, but we help students if one of the unit which they would like to take is through internships. That facility is also possible through Macquarie University in this course. Other than that, we have designed courses in such a way that students are fully equipped with ACCA exams. It means we run all assessments and then mock exams at the end also. We run through past exams of ACCA, and we use all teaching materials which are basically designed by ACCA's accredited bodies, and then they are used. And then staff which we use for teaching purposes in this course are also trained ACCA tutors, and they are directly and indirectly linked with either ACCA Australia or with UK as well. So this is one of the best flagship course of Macquarie universities, and students, we have seen that over a number of years that this is becoming more and more popular, and a lot of people now, they are moving away from a traditional professional accounting qualification into ACCA qualifications in Australia.
Thank you. It's definitely a program with some great industry connections. Sam and Morris, can you provide us with a bit of an introduction to ACCA, the professional body, and your vision for the industry and career trends, both now and in the future?
Thanks, Imogen. For those of you who do not know, ACCA is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. A little bit about our history. We started in 1904 in the UK as the London Association of Accountants, creating opportunities for anyone who wished to be a qualified accountant by proving their abilities through taking exams. In 1909, we were the first global accountancy body to admit a female accountant, even before women could vote in elections. Then, Queen Elizabeth II gave us our Royal Charter in 1974, and we became the first professional body that embedded international accounting standards all throughout our qualification. ACCA is the largest standalone global professional body with more than 223,000 members and 536,000 future members in 178 countries. And to support those members, we have more than 110 national offices and more than 7,610 approved employers globally. While we are new in Australia and incorporated only in 2008, we are proud to have Telstra, EY, Deloitte, AMP Capital, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, UNSW and USID as some of our improved employers. Did you know that the CEO of Telstra is an ACCA? We have many ACCA members that hold high-level positions at places such as EY, Google, YWCA and the Australian Computer Society, to name a few. We also have a strategic alliance with CANZ, which allows our members to receive mutual recognition of membership. ACCA members with 5 years of full membership are eligible to apply for CANZ membership without further exams. Likewise, CANZ members who wish to leverage ACCA's global recognition can become an ACCA member through this mutual arrangement. Together, we also produce joint professional development events and publications for both memberships. At ACCA, we continue to be a force for public good. In many countries where people do not have access to public universities, ACCA is the natural choice, as our qualification allows them to progress from the fundamental level and potentially take out an honour degree through the arrangement with Oxford Brookes University. We have a capacity building remit, working with emerging countries to build their accounting standards and public finance management skills. From Mongolia to Kazakhstan, India and many parts of Africa, ACCA works closely with regulators, government and local professional bodies to develop their accounting standards. We are also the first professional body that included integrated reporting all throughout our strategic professional exams and report on UN Sustainable Development Goals in our annual integrated report, which replaces the traditional annual reports. And of course, our progressive nature sets us apart from other professional bodies. In 2018, we reviewed and redesigned our qualification after consultation with the industry. Crucial elements such as commercial acumen, professional skepticism and communication skills are included in our strategic professional exams. Every element has a real-world focus so students are well prepared to handle the challenges they face in the workplace. A new ethics and professional skill module was also introduced, covering skills such as problem solving, digital skills, communication and negotiation to help you become a confident, trusted finance professional. We are also uniquely positioned with a vast membership that spans over 178 countries. That puts a highly skilled network of professionals at our fingertips, feeding into our professional insights work and giving it the depth and diversity that makes it relevant to people who matter. Our findings are shared across the world with standard setters, policymakers and regulators, influencing discussions that impact on all our futures. Since its founding in 1904, ACCA has had the core value of facilitating a profession that is open to all. Inclusion, along with integrity and innovation, are now ACCA's three core values, which link back to the unique reasons for the creation of ACCA more than a century ago. They reflect the difference ACCA has brought to the global profession and express them in a way that reflects our world today.
Locally, we run a number of roundtables with the industry, including a recent one on business transformation, future of CFO, as well as inclusion and diversity in the accountancy profession. Because we are a fairly new entrant to Australia, we work closely with employment agencies such as Hudson, UNU Recruitment, Hayes, Richard Lloyd to create better awareness of the ACCA qualification and membership. At present, most of ACCA members are migrants to Australia. They bring diversity and a global perspective to their clients and businesses. Likewise, for those of you who are exploring a global career, can consider the ACCA qualification as the rigor of the ACCA qualification, our global network, and our cutting-edge professional insights will help you get ready for a career anywhere around the world. Globally, the ACCA offices conduct networking sessions and work with recruiters to ensure ACCA members are employable and recognized for the high level of expertise in their fields. We're proud that the recent 14 5-year plan by the Chinese government indicates that ACCA members are recognized as talents in shortage in the finance profession. ACCA provides our members in Australia access to complimentary webinars. We range from cybersecurity to business communication, having courageous conversations with employers to technical knowledge such as finance business partnering, data analytics, and Power BI. We also offer paid courses and certificate on digital innovation, business valuation, and business sustainability to ensure our members are at the forefront of their profession. The ACCA qualification provides great flexibility as you can start your qualification here and continue literally anywhere around the world and have your work experience signed off by a qualified accountant in most countries. Many ACCA members experience working in 3 or more countries. I personally know of many ACCA members who work in more than 10 countries. So if your aspiration is to become a global accountant with a portable membership, if your aspiration is to be an exciting career that drives success for businesses, help introduce sustainability, environmental, social, and corporate responsibility and governance, or even to introduce digital innovation to automate the finance function in organizations, the ACCA accounting credentials could be the right one for you.
The COVID-19 crisis has made many people rethink their career aspirations and their futures more generally. Developing strategic accountancy skills can offer a great launchpad into a career with greater security of employment. Has the ACCA seen this uptick in demand from the industry, and can you share your thoughts on whether this demand is likely to continue?
Thanks for that. Even before the pandemic struck, ACCA has already introduced in our Future Radio report 20 key trends that we are seeing that's changing the accountancy profession. And in this report, it includes the rise of the importance of data, the emergence of smart technology, new ways of learning, and also changes in the progression of work, especially in the emergence of the gig economy. COVID-19 has been an unintended experiment for organizations to adopt working from home. Not only has this surprised many senior management with the effectiveness, but it has also made us rethink future ways of working. And along with these new ways of working, the roles of accountancy and financial services is also changing, as I mentioned earlier on, with the emergence of smart technology, new ways of learning, and transformed career. So we have identified during this pandemic that accountants now play a more significant and leading role helping their organizations and clients to pivot to more financially secure decision-making for the future. Accountants have the ability to support their clients to be more resilient, create better value, and also have a global sustainability agenda when making decisions. When we hear of unemployment in the economy, Many accountants have actually reported during this period that they're busy than ever. However, with this financial constraint by most organizations, it also means that accounting graduates need to bring greater value with them when they enter the industry. Having knowledge of digital technology, innovation for the accountancy industry, good commercial acumen, and also knowledge about sustainability for businesses, and being able to hit the ground running will make them more employable during this critical time for the industry. Because of the uncertainty that's faced by the industry, we are also seeing more and more employers offering contract roles for limited periods instead of ongoing positions. This may not be a bad way to start because you will also be able to understand and get to know more about the company before committing to an extended contract with them. So I think what's more important is that you continue to upskill yourself, and doing the ACCA specialization at Macquarie University is certainly a good start. Getting yourself familiar with things such as Python coding, data visualization, data analytics, cybersecurity, and other emerging trends would definitely help you increase your relevance for the industry.
Thank you. That's some really useful insight into how that works. Professor Mania, what adjustments has the Macquarie Business School made in response to COVID-19, and how have our teachers and students been dealing with the new modes of learning in such a challenging time?
Thank you much. That's very fair and important question, because this is a question which I face every day, not only from academic staff, our teaching staff, but also from our students also. So one of the problem which most of the universities or education sector faced was when COVID started back in 2019 December, was how to deliver teaching materials to students so that their student experience is at its best. So Macquarie University is basically designed a framework around delivering units in a hybrid mode. Wherever it was possible, that we converted all those units into online delivery. It's very difficult to teach units online and still engage a student with the online deliveries. The reason being is we run very large units, sometimes units with 300 and 400 students. Having 300, 400 students in front of you in a Zoom session or any other platform which we use for learning and teaching purposes is very difficult to engage with those students. So we trained our staff to engage students so that students' experience is enhanced. So that was the first thing which we did. So there was a training on online delivery. Number two, professional development of those staff members. And third, we converted all our materials into online deliveries materials, which included lectures, pre-recordings, at the same time designed all assessments which can be undertaken through online modes, especially final examinations. So we ensure that integrity of those exams are maintained. At the same time, we facilitated students to undertake those units online, especially students those who are overseas. For them, it was very, very difficult because they are not here, and their time, they live in a different time zones also. So with that, what happened is we provided facilities in such a way that everyone was getting the best possible experience out of this course also. The last thing which we ensured was students training also, and that was helping them with a separate arrangement which we made, like if there is any issue, a technical issue students are facing, or a difficulty in concentrating on their studies, and then we assigned mentors. Some mentors were department specifics, like accounting specifics, and some were at a university specific, where in general support was provided to students there. So the survey which we recently ran on students about their experience, we have seen most of students, they like the way we converted our units from in-person on campus delivery into online delivery. And we plan to continue in that. The reason for that is we have seen the students' productivity has actually increased because now they have less time to waste in traveling or running from one class to another class. That time is now used for preparations, and students also spend that time on listening the lectures. At the same time, they spend time more on assessments. pass percentage has increased. Last year, on average, we have seen the failure rate was around 5 to 6% as compared to 10 to 15% in the past. So that shows the performance of student has improved significantly over a period of time, over the change in delivery also. So COVID, while this has really impacted our lives, but it is, I always say it's a blessing also, because we have learned new ways of educating us, our students. And students also, they love, more in terms of lectures, undertaking their assessments, whether they are individual assessments or group assessments. All lectures are recorded. We put it in advance there. Students can listen to those lectures and watch those lectures whenever they want. Some lectures are live streamed. If a student would miss a class, live stream session, then there's a recorded session also that's available. So this is how we have helped students to, constantly engage with us and constantly engage with their studies.
It's been suggested that there is uncertainty in the market at the moment, but there are also some really great opportunities for future accountants. Can each of you share some tips or advice for those looking to develop their personal and professional skills and embrace future opportunities in this area? Let's start with you, Professor Mania.
I would like to share that how Macquarie is working on this on students. There are two areas. One is employability skills, which are very crucial. Macquarie University is known for employability. So we either, help students to find employment, number one. Number two, if not, then we help students in improving their employability skills. And then all these skills, which are communications or problem solving or critical thinking or ethical awareness or sustainability. So all these skills become a part of the package which we offer in employability skills. So in this course, basically, we have embedded all those employability skills through assessments or through deliveries for teaching or through experience. That's what we do. All right. Now, if you have already graduated, then perhaps it's more crucial to stay current with the current expectations and requirements, not only of the market, but also your current employers. So in this case, I would suggest, and a lot of people have contacted me on this, that what they are going to do. Some people have lost jobs. Now they're saying is, I was a tax agent or I was working as a tax expert in a company. Now, what can I do? I would always say is that go and run those short courses. Whether if you you are ACCA qualified, then you might be working in a business advisory. There is a room, an opportunity perhaps in tax consultancy within a firm, or in audit, or in transfer pricing, and so on. So you must be having skills to transfer your skills from one section or expertise into another section or expertise within that organization. It's very, very important. If you put yourself in a small shoebox for one specific trade, then you won't be able to transfer your skills or transfer yourself into other areas. So the market is becoming more generalized now rather than becoming more specialist market. So it is very, very important you undertake those courses and upgrade your skills and knowledge as well. Macquarie runs a lot of short courses, executive courses also, and those opportunities are available, whether they are forensic accounting or they are in applied finance, or any other courses as a non-award course can be taken by a student which is within not their own area. So it is very, very important that we constantly and continuously keep on upgrading our skills so that we move from one profession to another profession. And if there are opportunities, I think that would also help in rising within different levels across companies if that is required. And students and graduates, those who continuously upgrade their knowledge, I've seen they are more successful in their career as well.
And what about you, Morris?
Yeah, certainly. And I'll say, I think it's really important for all of you to be very resourceful and curious. Many opportunities may not be fully obvious to you out there. They can come in various forms and ways. As we know, in terms of employment in Australia, many employment opportunities come from people that you know. Hence, it is so important for you to continue to increase your professional and your social network, making sure that you impress upon others what you're good at. So learning strong technical skills and professional skills within the ACCA qualification is good. However, if you're not able to demonstrate that and share that with people you know, it will not go very far. So if you're able to speak freely with people with the knowledge that you know, things such as how accountants can support climate change and sustainability, how accountants can actually lead inclusion and diversity in inclusion. By being able to talk about these things, you leave a good impression in others so that they may choose you over other applicants. Hence, we can't stress how important it is for accounting graduates to really improve their communication skills, as Sam has shared, and also identify different ways to increase your personal branding. And these would all go a very long way to help you increase your employability.
And Sam?
Sure. Yeah, there are some definite skills that I think that you all should be aware of and improve on and think of developing. The main one is communication. It is the most important soft skill. The ability to communicate well and develop a strong rapport with customers and clients is something more than ever now, especially when we're not face to face, that is crucial. So build on your communication skills. Something else to consider, emotional intelligence or EQ. The ability to empathise with others, to recognise when people are struggling and to offer support, time or patience is highly valued. Not just for leaders, but for all employees. Being able to appreciate the unique perspective that all people can bring to a situation is valuable for any organisation. Up-to-date technology expertise. Get to know the finance-specific software programs, have some knowledge of cloud accounting. Accounting firms and organisations are continuing to implement and expand their accounting automation capabilities. Keep up to date. And then one other thing to consider as well is business partnering and commercial acumen. Accountants are increasingly called upon to be business partners with different elements of an organisation to promote and communicate the rollout of outcomes of finance function, but also to develop close mutual beneficial ties between departments. To do this requires a solid level of commercial acumen and business sense to understand implications and the impact of decision-making on a broad-based business level. So any kind of books that you can read or anything that will help you to develop those skills will definitely assist you moving forward.
A very big thank you to our guests, Morris Chong, Samantha Traurig, and Professor Rahat Munir for their great insights into our professional accounting course, the profession and the industry more broadly. And thank you to everyone for watching our video today. If you have any more questions about our course or would like to have a one-on-one chat to discuss your study plans, please contact our postgraduate team on 02 9850 6791 or via email at postgraduate@mq.edu.au.